Hello everybody, my name is Tori, and welcome to Tori's Desk, a place to receive friendly advice over a cup of hot tea. I begin today's segment with a letter from Going Crazy. She writes, Dear Tori, I have been talking to a guy from work for about 2 weeks now, and he's great. He's really almost too good to be true. He is funny, thoughtful, and does what he says he's going to do. However, most of our relationship has been taking place via text, average 30 texts per day. These texts are fun and flirty, but we've also shared some pretty intimate details about life's events. Also, he's evasive when I try to make plans to meet him face to face. I can tell that he likes me because he initiates the text messages and has told me that he does. But I'm wondering, why is he so evasive about meeting face to face? I really like this guy and don't want to seem like a crazy girl, but at the same time, I don't want to play games or waste my time with something that is going nowhere. To make matters even more complicated, we work for the same organization, but in different buildings, and he outranks me on the organizational chart. He is in no way my supervisor, but I still worry. Should I call it quits or be direct and tell you I don't want to text anymore, or tell him I don't want to text anymore? Going crazy. Well, hello, Going Crazy. In this day and age, texting is a great way of staying connected with people without taking much time from our tasks or obligations. What I would like to discuss with you is something called mindful listening, and I think this will help you break down some communication barriers your guy may have up. Some of the key points you have included in your email, how texting can hinder quality communication, and what I think could be contributing to the avoidance of meeting you in person. In mindful listening, we become empathetic and dialogic listeners. John Stewart, an interpersonal communication specialist, mentions that empathetic listeners understand the speaker. Dialogic listening builds meaning by involving both parties to create a deeper understanding, encouraging skills that gets both parties involved to speak, or in your case, text back and forth with each other. Reflecting skills clarify misunderstandings when thoughts and feelings are brought out during verbal and nonverbal interactions, such as paraphrasing in your texts. Repeat key words of what you have heard or read. John Stewart also says it is always good to ask questions, such as, when you say, do you mean, or what do you think about, or how do you feel about, and to be mindful to avoid questions that only require a yes or no answer. They are known as closed questions and prevent the conversation to go into a deeper level of communication. Going crazy, you've mentioned that in your email that you can tell that he likes you because he initiates the text messages, and he has told you that he does, but you're wondering why he is so evasive about meeting you face to face, and you don't want to waste time with something that is going nowhere. To make matters even more complicated, you both work for the same organization. Well, Going Crazy, I believe your gut feeling is trying to tell you something that you already know, but you don't want to truly admit it to yourself, because you both have shared intimate moments in your life to each other. And he's funny and thoughtful, and the texts are fun and flirty, and you really like this guy. Lindsay Okonoski brought up a good point. When people text one another, miscommunication can arise due to the text messaging not conveying nonverbal cues to one another. This is known as cue filtered out approaches, and this could prevent a meaningful communication via text between people in a relationship. Social presence through text-based communication falls short compared to face-to-face communication because the presence of both parties is not in close proximity of one another. Again, the cues filters out prevents behavioral and visual cues from coming through between an agreement, a disagreement, or an understanding. The lack of intimacy is there, and the lack of nonverbal are available. A person can take the context of a text one way when the responder is conveying their message another way. This creates ambiguity due to the lack of emotional expression, social cues, and social presence. The man you're getting to know via text may know that there may be a dating policy within the organization that prohibits the both of you from getting any closer than you already are. If this is the case, then it's understandable as to why he doesn't feel it's appropriate to meet with you in person. I believe the best thing to do is to let him know that you appreciate getting to know him via text, but it is time to move on because it is unprofessional to have a relationship to the people you work with, and you don't want to jeopardize your position in any way. If you two should ever meet at a work function in the future, may it be a cordial and warm greeting among coworkers with no ill will towards one another. Going crazy? I hope you will take into consideration what I had said. Be a mindful listener when it comes to texting and during face-to-face interactions. Always follow your gut feeling and understand that text messages will rarely provide a full spectrum of what you or the other person are texting to one another. And I believe you will find that you'll meet the right man during the right circumstances that will give you what you seek and more. Best of luck to you, and have a great day.